Your energy is rising, and even if you don't fully understand what's happening inside you, your spirit does. Something deep within you has been shifting, quietly, silently, patiently, waiting for the exact moment when you would finally be ready to awaken to the truth of who you really are. And the reason you're hearing this right now is because that moment has arrived. You didn't click this by accident. You were guided, pulled, drawn here by a force that has been calling your name long before you ever realized it. Your higher self has been waiting for this moment to speak to you, to remind you of what your soul already knows, to awaken the version of you that you were always meant to become. You've been feeling things lately, strange things, powerful things, emotional things that you can't always explain, but you know are real. Moments of clarity that feel like lightning in your mind, sudden shifts in mood or energy, waves of intuition that hit you out of nowhere, a sense that something big is happening behind the scenes. This is the awakening process. This is energy rising. This is your consciousness expanding beyond the limits you were taught to accept. You are not imagining this, you are remembering. For so long, you carried a version of yourself that was built around survival. You carried the weight of expectations, the noise of opinions, the pain of situations that shaped you, the wounds of moments that broke you, and the doubt that grew inside you from all the times life pushed you down. But now those layers are cracking. Those shells are breaking, those limits are dissolving, because your higher self is rising from underneath everything you thought you were, reminding you of everything you truly are. You've been noticing the signs, subtle shifts that only you can feel. Your body feels different. Your mind feels different. Your emotions feel different. You feel disconnected from things that once mattered, and deeply connected to things you used to ignore. Your interests have changed. Your priorities have shifted. Certain people don't feel aligned anymore. Certain environments drain you. Certain conversations feel empty. This isn't you becoming cold or distant. This is your spirit rejecting what your soul has outgrown. Your energy is rising, and because of that, your old life can no longer contain you. You can't shrink yourself anymore. You can't pretend anymore. You can't force yourself into spaces that no longer match your frequency. You are being moved, elevated, shifted into alignment with your true path. And that process can feel uncomfortable, confusing, and overwhelming. But it is unfolding exactly as it should. Your higher self has been guiding you through whispers, through feelings, through inner pulls, through dreams, through strange coincidences that aren't really coincidences at all. You have been seeing repeating numbers, hearing certain songs at the perfect moment, thinking of someone right before they reach out, feeling a message resonate so deeply it feels like it was written for you. These are not random signs. They are confirmations, proof that the universe, your intuition, and your higher self are working in perfect harmony to elevate you. You might be wondering why certain things have been falling apart, why certain relationships suddenly shifted, why certain plans didn't work out, why you've been forced to step away from situations you once tolerated. The reason is simple. Your energy rose higher than the frequency of the things you were trying to hold on to. The universe had to remove what was blocking you. It had to disconnect you from what was dimming your light. It had to make space for what aligns with who you are becoming. You weren't being rejected. You were being redirected. Your spirit is tired of living small. It's tired of living in fear. It's tired of carrying emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. It's tired of playing roles that don't reflect your truth. It's tired of walking paths that betray your intuition. And that tiredness you've been feeling lately, the exhaustion, the heaviness, the desire to withdraw, is your soul detoxing from everything that was never meant to stay with you. You're not the same person you were before. You've changed. You've evolved. Your heart has grown wiser. Your mind has become sharper. Your intuition has become louder. Your spirit has become stronger. And even though it feels like your life has been in chaos, this chaos is transformation. It's the burning away of the old version of you, so the new one can rise with clarity and power. Your higher self wants you to stop doubting your path, stop questioning your growth, stop comparing yourself to others, stop trying to rush the process. Everything you're going through, the confusion, the breakthroughs, the realizations, is shaping you into the version of yourself that you've always sensed deep down, the version of you that trusts, the version of you that knows, the version of you that moves with purpose, not fear. The version of you that listens inward, not outward. You have moments where you feel powerful for no reason. Moments where you feel peace in situations that once triggered you. Moments where you feel detached from drama, chaos, negativity, and low energies. These moments aren't temporary. They are glimpses of the higher self you are stepping into permanently. You're becoming more aligned, more aware, more intuitive, more grounded, more connected. This new awareness isn't something you learned, it's something you unlocked. Your senses have sharpened. You feel energies you once overlooked. You sense lies before they're spoken. You sense intentions before they're shown. You sense shifts before they happen. This is your spiritual intelligence awakening. This is your energetic perception rising. You're no longer operating from the mind alone. You're operating from intuition, from spirit, from alignment. You've been feeling a pull toward isolation, not because you're antisocial, but because your soul needs space to upgrade, to recalibrate, to release, to expand. Growth requires silence. Awakening requires solitude. Transformation requires space from distractions, noise, and emotional clutter. It's during these quiet moments that your higher self steps forward the loudest, guiding you to think differently, act differently, choose differently. Your rising energy is also activating gifts within you: insight, intuition, creativity, clarity, emotional intelligence, inner strength. You're starting to see patterns in your life that you couldn't see before. You're beginning to understand why certain things had to happen exactly the way they did. You're connecting dots from your past that now make perfect sense. This isn't coincidence. This is clarity. This is awakening. This is your consciousness leveling up. And as you rise, people will notice, even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn to your light. Some will feel comforted in your presence. Some will feel inspired by your energy. But others will feel intimidated, triggered, or uncomfortable. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your energy exposes their shadows. Your growth challenges their stagnation. Your authenticity disrupts their illusions. Your light reveals what they've been avoiding. And not everyone is ready for that. Not everyone is meant to follow you into your next chapter. You may lose people. You may outgrow environments. You may shed identities. You may walk away from situations you once fought to keep. This is not loss. This is alignment. This is evolution. This is your soul choosing itself. Your spirit choosing peace. Your energy choosing growth. Your higher self choosing truth. Your rising energy is pulling you toward your purpose. You can feel it, a deeper calling, a sense that your life is meant for more, a knowing that you are supposed to create, impact, evolve, and awaken something powerful within yourself and others. This calling will only grow louder. The more you align, the more you listen, the more you trust, the more your path will reveal itself. You are entering a chapter of your life where things will begin to make sense, where you will attract what resonates with your frequency, where your intuition will guide your steps with precision, where your past will no longer define you, where you will step into your true self with confidence and clarity. Everything that once hurt you is becoming wisdom. Everything that once confused you is becoming understanding. Everything that once broke you is becoming strength. You are rising into a version of yourself that is unstoppable, not because of force, but because of alignment, not because of ego, but because of authenticity, not because of pressure, but because of purpose. You are stepping into your higher self, and once you step into this level of awareness, there is no going back. Your energy will not allow it. Your spirit will not tolerate anything less than truth. Your intuition will not let you shrink again. This is your awakening. This is your shift. This is your expansion. And even if the world doesn't see it yet, you can feel it in your bones. Something powerful is happening inside you. Something sacred. Something divine. Something that cannot be reversed. Your energy is rising, and this is only the beginning. Your energy is rising, and with this rise comes a deeper understanding of why your life unfolded the way it did. You're beginning to see that every moment of pain, every betrayal, every delay, every disappointment, every heartbreak was not a punishment. It was preparation. It shaped you, refined you, strengthened you, and molded you into someone capable of accessing higher levels of consciousness. You didn't go through those storms to break. You went through them to awaken. And now everything that once made you question your path is becoming proof of your spiritual evolution. There have been moments in your life where you felt lost, confused, unsure of who you were or where you were going. But the truth is, you were never lost. You were being guided through unfamiliar terrain so you could discover parts of yourself you would have never found otherwise. Your soul needed those experiences to activate your inner wisdom. Your spirit needed those lessons to sharpen your intuition. Your heart needed those moments to remember its own strength. You weren't wandering, you were transforming. As your energy rises, you'll begin to understand how deeply connected everything is. The timing of events, the people who entered and left your life, the opportunities that appeared out of nowhere, the challenges that pushed you to your limits, the blessings that arrived when you needed them the most. You'll start to see that nothing was random, nothing was accidental. Everything was woven together in a way that only makes sense when you step back and look at it from a higher perspective, the perspective of your higher self. You're beginning to feel a sense of inner peace, even when life around you feels chaotic. You're starting to realize that peace doesn't come from controlling the external world. It comes from mastering your internal world. And now, you're learning to respond rather than react, to pause rather than panic, to trust rather than fear. This inner peace is the signature of rising energy. It's the mark of someone who no longer lets the external world dictate their inner reality. As you rise, your old identity will try to pull you back. Your old fears will whisper. Your old insecurities will resurface. Your old habits will try to cling to you, not because you're failing, but because you're evolving. The old version of you doesn't want to die quietly. But you don't owe anything to the person you used to be. You don't need to return to environments that drain your spirit. You don't need to explain your transformation to people who aren't willing to grow. You don't need to apologize for becoming more conscious, more aware, more whole. There is a reason you've been feeling like you're standing between two worlds. The world you're leaving behind and the world you are stepping into. This is the transition phase of awakening, the in-between, the space where the old dissolves and the new forms. It feels strange, it feels unfamiliar, it feels uncomfortable, but it is necessary. This is where your spirit sheds what no longer serves you, so it can rise into what you were always meant to become. You are learning to trust your intuition in ways you never have before. You're beginning to realize that your intuition has always been right. It warned you about certain people. It nudged you towards certain opportunities. It protected you from hidden intentions. It guided you away from what would have harmed you. Your intuition is not a feeling. It is your higher self speaking through your body. And the more your energy rises, the louder, clearer, and more undeniable that voice becomes. You are learning to see through illusions. You are recognizing truth even when it's hidden. You are sensing energy even when words are deceiving. Your spirit is filtering out what your mind used to fall for. This is why certain conversations feel different now. This is why you can't tolerate inauthenticity anymore. This is why you feel drained around low vibration energies. Your rising consciousness is acting like a magnet for what aligns and a repellent for what doesn't. Your life is silently rearranging itself. People are shifting. Opportunities are appearing. Old cycles are closing. New paths are unfolding. Everything is moving in ways you can't always see, but can deeply feel. Even the things that confuse you right now are being organized in your favor. The universe is aligning circumstances behind the scenes, setting up moments that will change everything for you. Your job isn't to control the process, it's to trust it. You may be experiencing moments of intense emotion, sudden sadness, sudden joy, sudden clarity, sudden bursts of inspiration, sudden waves of release. This is energy moving through you. This is old wounds leaving your body. This is suppressed emotions rising to the surface so they can finally be released. This emotional movement is not weakness. It is healing. It is purification. It is expansion. You will notice moments where your mind feels quiet, where thoughts slow down, worries fade, and clarity takes over. This is your spirit stepping forward. When the noise in your mind dissolves, your higher self speaks. And lately, you've been hearing that voice more often. You've been feeling guided. You've been feeling supported. You've been feeling watched over by something bigger than yourself, something divine, something powerful. You may feel disconnected from certain desires you once had. Goals that once motivated you might now feel empty. Relationships that once mattered might no longer feel aligned. Things that once excited you may feel meaningless. This is not depression. This is realignment. As your energy rises, only what is meant for your higher path will feel meaningful. Everything else will naturally fall away. You're stepping into a chapter where you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer beg, you align. You no longer force, you trust. This is what rising energy does. It turns you into a magnet for what is meant for you. The things that belong in your life will begin to flow effortlessly. The doors that were once closed will open. The opportunities that seemed far away will find you. Because now you're matching the frequency of what you deserve. Your higher self wants you to know that you are protected, even in uncertainty, even in discomfort, even in confusion. You're not walking alone. You're not rising alone. Your angels, guides, ancestors, whatever you believe in, are supporting you, guiding you, and removing obstacles from your path. You have never been alone, and you never will be. Your past no longer has power over you. It taught you. It shaped you. It awakened you. But it does not define you. Your future is not bound to the person you used to be. You are rewriting your story with every moment of awareness, every moment of healing, every moment of alignment. You are rising into a version of yourself that your past self could only dream of. You're becoming more confident, not the loud kind, but the quiet inner confidence that comes from knowing who you are. A confidence that doesn't need validation, a confidence that doesn't crumble under pressure. A confidence rooted in self-awareness, self-respect, and self-trust. This is the confidence of someone connected to their higher self, someone who knows their worth, someone who knows their purpose. The universe is preparing blessings for you that require a version of you that you are becoming right now. The blessings that once felt delayed were never denied. They were waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to heal, waiting for you to align, waiting for you to become the person capable of receiving them. Your rising energy is unlocking doors that were always meant for you. You're entering a new timeline, one where you don't shrink yourself to keep others comfortable. One where you don't abandon your intuition to please the world. One where you don't dim your light to blend in. One where you finally step into your full power. You are rising into clarity, purpose, alignment, and truth. Your energy is rising. Your spirit is rising. Your consciousness is rising. And once you rise to this level, you will never be the same again. You are awakening. You are evolving. You are remembering who you are. This is your time. This is your shift. This is your elevation. This is your higher self activating, and nothing can stop what is happening inside you now.